Hello everybody, through this video today we are going to discuss degree of comparison of adjectives. You know that adjectives are very important words that describe a noun or a pronoun which they follow. So you can also say adjectives as describing words. Adjectives usually convey or tell us about the kind, quality, quantity, color, number, size, shape, origin, okay, etc. So adjectives can be compared in three ways. Let us see what is degree of comparison and what are the three ways of comparison of adjectives through this video. Let us proceed. Adjectives are words that describe a noun or a pronoun, and adjectives are words that describe a person, a place, a thing or an event. For example, the pencil is long, the marker is longer than the pencil, the ruler is the longest among the three. See here, three sentences are being given here. The pencil is long, something is told or a description is given about the pencil. So it is not compared, the pencil is not compared with any other object here, okay, and the pencil is not compared with another pencil also. So it is just a statement, something is said about the pencil is long and the marker is longer than the pencil. In the second example, comparison is made between the two objects pencil and marker. So comparing to the marker, comparing to the pencil, the marker is longer. So longer is another form of adjective here. We added er to the previous adjective in the first example, long, and we formed longer. Next, third one, the ruler is the longest among the three. So now a comparison is made in between or among three objects, okay. So ruler is also there now in comparison. The ruler is the longest among the three. So here we added est to long to form a new adjective here to be used in the third comparison. So longest, long, longer, longest. Let us see what are these. You call them as degree of comparison of adjectives. So adjectives can be compared in three ways: positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. You can also shortly call them as PD, CD and SD. So positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. Let us proceed. What is positive degree? The positive degree of comparison is used to state the quality of a person or a thing without comparing it with other persons or things. No comparison is made, okay. Something is just conveyed or told about an object or a person or a thing. The form of the adjectives is not changed. Adjective, the original adjective will be used as it is. Examples: long, quiet, expansive, young. These are the adjectives to be used in positive degree. Next, comparative degree. The comparative degree of a comparison is used when two persons or things are being compared. Here comparison starts between two persons or things, but usually the comparison will be between identical or similar persons or objects. We cannot compare a thing with a person, we cannot even compare a person with a thing or an object. The comparison should be appropriate, reasonable. So the comparative degree expresses that a quality is present to a greater or lesser degree in one of the two persons or things being compared. This is used to compare two objects or two things. Next, comparative degree. How can we form comparatives from positives. To form the comparative degree, er is added. We have to add a suffix, a word at the end to the given adjective in the positive degree to form the comparative degree. Er is added. When er is added, if the adjective in positive degree consists of only one syllable, means monosyllabic word. What is the meaning of the word syllable? Syllable is a unit or a part of a word that can be pronounced or uttered at once. Okay. For example, either, two parts, E-I-T-H-E-R, either. Heavy, H-E-A, heavy. Beautiful, beautiful. So these words may be divided into 2 or 3 parts. Each part is called as syllable. But clever, tall, short, you cannot divide them or split them into parts or syllables. So if the word is a monosyllabic or one syllabic word, you just use or add a suffix er to the positive degree to form the comparative degree. But the word more or less is used with adjectives having 3 or more syllables. Just I told you, beautiful, extraordinary, important, for such longer words which can be divided into more than one syllable or units, we use more or less before the adjective in positive degree to form the comparative degree. Okay. So more or less is used with adjectives having 3 or more syllables with 2 syllables adjectives. Okay. Here or the word more or less is used, and when we see the examples you can understand this better. It may be ambiguous or confusing now. Let us see examples. Here positive degree, comparative degree adjectives are given side by side. So how comparative degree adjectives are formed? By adding a suffix as said earlier, either er or more or less. And recall, when we are adding er to the positive degree adjectives to form the comparative degree, if they are monosyllabic or a single syllabic words, if they are if they can be split into 2 or more units or syllables or longer words, we can use more or less to form the comparative degree. See, long, longer, long is a monosyllabic word, we cannot divide this into 2 parts. So here is added to form the comparative. Quiet, so this can be divided, so more quiet. Okay. Expansive, so less or more, you can add less or more because it is a longer word, expansive. So you can use either less and say less expensive or more expansive also. Next, young. Okay, you cannot divide this into 2 parts, so younger. Next, what is superlative? The third degree of comparison. The superlative degree of comparison is used in comparing 3 or more persons or things. When there are more persons or things or places, then we use superlative degree. It expresses that a quality is possessed to the greatest or the least degree by one of the persons or things included in the comparison. This is the highest superlative means. Okay. Superlative degree, how can we form this? And similar to that, we added a suffix to the given positive degree. Previously, when we are forming comparative degree, sometimes monosyllabic words means er, and longer words are multisyllabic words, we are adding more or less. And here we, if for monosyllabic words we add est to the positive degree to form the superlative degree. If the word consists of more than one syllable, we use most or least before the adjective in positive degree to form the respective superlative degree. Okay. Let us see how we are going to form. Now here the table shows that different kinds of adjectives and the formation in positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. So long, longer, longest, quiet, more quiet and most quiet, expansive, less expansive, least expansive. So in this order we just form the comparative and superlative degrees by adding a suffix to the positive degree according to the rules we discussed: young, younger, youngest. Next, some more examples: big, bigger, biggest. Remember that if when we are adding er to the positive degree and to form the comparative and superlative, if the last letter is a consonant followed by a short vowel, see here in big, G is the consonant and that preceding to that vowel I is there, then we double the last letter before we are adding er. So, bigger, biggest. So, in the same manner, hotter, hottest. Okay. Next, shine, shiner, shinest, heavy, heavier, heaviest. If there is y, if the last letter of the adjective in positive degree ends, is y, then we just delete or remove that letter y and add I plus er. Before we add er to the positive degree and est to form the superlative degree, we add I plus er, I plus est, heavy, heavier, heaviest, simple, simpler, simplest, nutritious, more nutritious, most nutritious, because it is a long word, can be split into more than one syllable, delicious, less delicious, least delicious. You can also use more delicious, most delicious also, modest, more modest, most modest, respectful, so more respectful, most respectful, okay, because it is a longer word. Next, sweet, sweeter, sweetest. Next, pretty, prettier, prettiest, studious, more or less studious, most or least studious, beautiful, more or less beautiful, most or least beautiful. So, remember that how we are forming the words, how we are forming the respective comparative and superlative degree from the given positive degree. Next, remember that you cannot form comparative and superlative of all the given positive degree adjectives by following the previous rules. Rules change from time to time. So, adjectives may be compared irregularly also, sometimes irregular comparison also will be done. That means, we do not add er and est to the positive degree or more or most or less or least to the positive degree to form the respective comparative and superlative degrees, and we entirely form a new word, that is what we call irregular adjectives, irregular comparison. So, good or well, both take better and best, bad or ill, worse, worst, many or much. Further comparison, comparative degree is more, superlative is most. Remember this, little, less, least. So, we are not adding anything, we are just entirely changing the form of the adjective in comparative and superlative. This is what we call irregular adjectives, degree of comparison of adjectives. And how well you understood this topic, let us have an exercise, a practice test. Okay. This is the instruction. First, I am going to show you some questions and the order of that adjectives that appear in the question is positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree as usual, and under the three category or headings, one adjective form will be missing. If positive and comparative are given, you have to form the superlative. If positive and superlative are given, you have to form the comparative. If comparative and superlative are given, you have to form the positive degree to test your knowledge and understanding. Complete the table below with the correct degree of comparison of adjectives. Let us proceed. So, positive, comparative, superlative, bright, brighter. I do not reveal the answer, okay. It is up to you. You just decide, and I will reveal or disclose all the answers after finishing the order of the questions. Then you check whether your guess is correct or not and your knowledge is good or not. Next, kind, kindest, comparative is missing, bold, bolder, cold, coldest, have to find the missing one. So positive is missing here. Cleverer, cleverest. Worse, worst. Brave, braver. Paler, palest. Whiter, whitest. Costly, costliest. Lazier, laziest. Wealthier, wealthiest. Fatter, fattest. Thin, thinner. Superlative is missing, you can guess it. Dim, dimmer. Active, more active. More cunning, most cunning. Splendid, comparative is missing, that you have to find most splendid. Evil, worst. Evil means bad. Okay. Ill, worse. Farther, farthest. Well, best. Positive degree is missing, more, most. Near, nearer. Elder, eldest. Mercy, mercier. Old, eldest. Comparative is missing. Here are the answers. Just I give you a few seconds to recall your answers, and as and when I am showing answers to each question, you guess whether your answer is right or wrong, and you assess your performance. How good is your knowledge about adjectives? Let us proceed. Bright, brighter, brightest. Kind, kinder, kindest. Bold, bolder, boldest. Cold, colder, coldest. Clever, cleverer, cleverest. So which is given in red color is the missing one. Bad or ill or evil, for these three, worse, worst. Brave, braver, bravest. Pale, paler, palest. White, whiter, whitest. Costly, costlier, costliest. Lazy, lazier, laziest. Wealthy, wealthier, wealthiest. Fat, fatter, fattest. As I told, if the last letter of the given adjective in past degree is a consonant followed by a short vowel, you have to double it before you add er and est. Remember the rule. Thin, thinner, thinnest. This also follows same rule. N is repeated here. The N is doubled. Dim, dimmer, dimmest. This also belongs to same category. Active, more active, most active. Cunning, more cunning, most cunning. Splendid, more splendid, most splendid. Evil, worse, worst. Ill, worse, worst. Far, farther, farthest. Well, better, best. Many or much, more, most. You can write either many or much in positive degree. Near, nearer, nearest. Old, elder, eldest. Older, oldest also is available. Okay. If you are referring to the members of the same family, you have to use elder in comparative degree and eldest in superlative degree. He is my elder brother. He is my eldest brother, means first born. And if you are referring to the things, okay, or the persons who do not belong to your family, you can write my friend is older than me. Okay, this building is older than that building, etc. Next, mercy, mercier, merciest. Old, elder, eldest. This was already given. Thank you. That's the end of this session. Thank you very much. Watch it once again to be thorough and practice some more adjective forms in various models. Have a nice day.